Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. We are going to be putting together this timber card making kit. What? I know I haven't been doing these for a while and buying them, but I haven't been making them because I've just been doing other stuff, which is really weird, right? So today and over the course of 4 days, I guess, because there's 4 different designs, we are going to be making these 4 different cards that are from the Timber Card Making Workshop Kit from Close to My Heart. So you can see right here, we are going to make 16 cards for each of 4 designs. I absolutely love this. I did not end up getting the scrapbooking workshop kit this time because I don't really have a lot of manly pages, but I loved all of these cards. Check this out. Hook, line, and sinker. How cute is that? I mean, it come with the stamp and thin cuts. Good things come to those who bait. What? That is so cute. Forever hooked on you. Yes. Yes, I love all of these little fisherman sayings. They're really, really cute. And then we got like a little fly right here. Not a fly that flies, but a fishing fly right there. And a tree and a hook and some hearts. Always good. And some water. So yeah, we're going to make for each of these 4 cards. So the card making workshop does come with the instructions in it. If yours for some reason does not come with the instructions, you can always go to the card making workshop on my Close to My Heart page, beckybidding.closetomyheart.com. Underneath where you add it to your cart, there is a link. It says download directions, so you can always download them. If you do not have this workshop and maybe you want to play along, maybe you bought some of the timber stuff, or maybe, I don't know, you want to play along with just these designs, that's fine too. You can still download that over there. I love that about Close to My Heart. You get the card designs and some workshop designs. You can get these on the site without paying. So yes, I think that's really cute. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is follow these cutting instructions. I'm going to go ahead and cut all of these up. I am not going to cut them up on camera. Let me see what we have here. Yeah, I'm going to cut all of these up, and then we have some that we have to stamp, and I'll go ahead and do that as well. Let me catch that call because that is my mommy. Okay, so this is going to be the first one that I stamp. That's how it turned out. I'll show you how I did it. I went ahead and die cut my pieces out first. So here is my stamp I'm going to use, and I've got some New England Ivy ink right here. I'm going to dip my block in it. Like that. Like that. Now I'm just going to take a little dry Kleenex and kind of get a little bit of a point on it. I'm going to clean off that little fly fish, the lure right there. I'm going to just dab it off a little bit so it won't be green. Just going to get some of the wet ink up. And then I'm going to take my little sponge dauber right here and dip it into, dip it into this ruby ink like this. And then I'm just going to try to carefully color that lure, that fishing lure, with the ruby. Now you don't have to do it this way. You could just clean it off, stamp, and then go back in with the lure, but that's the way I'm doing it. So I'll try and line it up the best I can. I'm not the best stamper ever. So try to line it up the best I can. If I can stop touching that foam thing. Looks like I'm a little off on this side. Like that. And voila! That's gonna be our first image. So you can see I already practiced on 3. We needed 4 of those. I think we need one on, I had to cut way more than that out. So yeah, the other one that I'm gonna do is gonna be very similar. It's basically gonna be the same thing, but I am going to do it with Sapphire and New England Ivy. So I'm gonna go ahead and do those ones. Okay, on this one we are going to be doing the fishy fish right here. We're gonna stamp it in New England Ivy, and then we're gonna sponge on red down here at the bottom. So I got my New England Ivy ink, and I just want to make sure I have it good and saturated. I did do these a couple times before, and I found that if I take too much time, the ink kind of draws in on itself, and then I have some blank spots, and it's really weird. I don't know that I've ever experienced that before. So on this one, I want to really reduce my cross contamination. So I do have my ruby ink right here, and here's my sponge dauber. So I'm going to take my ruby ink and just daub it down here at the bottom, but it's going to be picking up this New England Ivy ink on my sponge dauber. So I do have a paper towel that I'm just kind of trying to get a good bit of that ink off of. You can see I switched out my foam pad for my close to my heart pad thing here. Okay, let's see how this one goes. So I'm going to try to line it up best I can. Sorry if my head's in the way. It's my morning hair, guys. It's still early. It's like 7 a.m. I think. We're going to stamp it down. Just going to let it sit there for a second, hoping that some of that ink soaks in. Because I can even see on here where it was starting to come together a little bit. I don't know why it's doing that. It's really weird. Yeah, that's not bad. It's pretty cute. Can you see it? Am I up close enough? Yeah, that's really cute. Okay, I'm gonna do just a couple more of these because, excuse me, because the last ones were, I did have some that did a little bit of pooling on the ink, and yeah, like I said, I don't love that. So let me go ahead and do these two, and we'll come back with, I think we're gonna do this one. The good things come to those who bait, which is like my favorite. Okay, now we're gonna stamp the good things come to those who bait. I have already done a couple. It is gonna be on this rectangle type bit. I'm gonna pull in my white paper because I can't see the ink too good over the black. So my Sapphire ink, which is what I'm using for the main, super juicy. So on this one, I am gonna take just a little piece of paper towel and just dab it, so I can reduce my cross contamination just a little bit. I'm not too worried on this one about going super duper fast because, like I said, my Sapphire is super juicy. So then we're gonna take our ruby with our little sponge dauber, and we're just gonna try to cover up bait. Now on the ones I did before, I did get a little red on the ring and stuff, and it looks really cute, so that didn't bother me. I am trying to just, first of all, keep my head out of the way. But I'm kind of going in at a little bit of an angle for the tips of the letters, the outer portions of the letters. Trying to not get red on everything else. Or ruby is actually what we're using, which is a form of red. So we got that inked up. I'm going to move this out of the way. I just put this here so that I could see the colors, because you cannot really see it that good on the black. At least I can't with my eyes. Y'all know I have eyeball problems. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to line this up as best I can without getting my head in the way. I'm going to try not to get my head in the way. Then I'm just going to sit it down. Doesn't look like I did too bad of a job lining it up. I think it all hit the white anyway. I'm just gonna let it sit here for a minute. We have some small letters on here, and sometimes I have problems with those, so yes, this is really cute. This is what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to stamp a couple extra of these just so I can pick and choose the ones I really, really like. I did have extra white cardstock, so I went ahead and cut out some trees and some of these circles, which are going to be fishing hooks on a circle is what the stamp is. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp those out, and then we'll put these with the proper we'll put those with the proper cards. So we have 4 cards, and what I did is I cut up these. This is all card number 1. This is card number 2. This is card number 3. And this is card number 4. So when we come back, we will go ahead and start making card number 1. I am going to finish stamping those trees and the circles, and while we're making them, we are going to have some more stamping because a lot of these cards call for stamping. So yes, we are going to be doing a bit more stamping, but they're not going to be on the sentiments. Like here's a bunch of the anchors we got to stamp. Here's a bunch of the fly lures we got to stamp, and trees. So yeah, we'll still be doing some more stamping, but this concludes the first part. There will be 4 parts. This concludes the first part of preparing to do this timber card making workshop. You can pick yours up over at beckybating.closetomyheart.com. I will have that linked down below, and I'll see you next time for card number 1. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye guys.